Running your year-end in Sage Payroll is easy. In this video, we will show you how to complete your 2024 processing and prepare for your payroll year-end, complete your year-end process, start your 2025 processing. Let's look at preparing for year-end and finalizing your 2024 payroll. Before completing your final pay period of 2024, you should process any current year leavers. This means any leavers with the current tax year leave date should have received their final pay and be processed as a leaver in Sage Payroll. You can mark an employee as a leaver in the Employee tab. Leaver information will be sent to ROS when you process their final pay and send your payroll submission. We have now completed 2024 leavers. Let's move on to extra pay periods. If you run a weekly, fortnightly, or 4-weekly payroll, you may have an extra pay period, also known as a week 53. You have an extra pay period if your regular pay date falls on Monday the 30th of December or Tuesday the 31st of December 2024. You should not create an extra pay period if your usual pay isn't the 30th or the 31st. Simply process your payroll as normal, continuing with your usual pay date. We have now completed extra pay periods. Let's move on to advancing holiday pay over year-end. As year-end falls over Christmas and New Year, it's likely that you'll have employees on holiday at this time. Whether you can use the advanced pay option or not will depend on when the holiday dates fall. You can use the advanced pay option if the advanced pay period covers any weeks up to and including week 52. For example, you are processing week 51 and advancing week 52. If you have a week 53, this should be processed separately and should not be included in an advanced holiday payment. You can't advance holiday pay over 2 tax years. For example, you can't process week 52 and advance the pay for week 1. However, if your employees are on holiday over this period and you'd like to pay them early, you can pay each holiday week separately without using the advance pay feature. If you choose to do this and you use PayPath or SEPA payment files, a payment file will be created for each week you've processed separately. Now you have learned about advancing holiday pay over year-end, we'll move on to processing your final pay run of the year. Before running your year-end, process your final pay of the tax year and submit this to ROS as usual. In Sage Payroll, you can check which pay runs have been completed in the Pay Runs tab. The most recent will appear at the top, and this should be the final pay run of the year. You can also check your next pay run in the Summary tab. Once you have completed all pay runs for 2024, we recommend running and reconciling your reports. First, we'd recommend running the ROS liability report, which shows a breakdown of liabilities to ROS for each reporting period. The report will run monthly or quarterly, depending on your ROS payment frequency. To run this report, click Pay Runs, then click on any pay run within the reporting tax month or quarter, and you'll see the liability report here. This can be reconciled against what you have paid to revenue. You can also reconcile this against the liability totals report, which is accessible via the reporting menu. This report will show the values for each individual pay period, whereas the ROS liability report shows you a cumulative value for the month or quarter. We have now completed the payroll year-end preparation checklist. Let's move on to the year-end process. From the menu, click Year-End. Before starting your year-end steps, check the drop-down here is showing the correct year. Step 1 of the payroll year-end is to review your employees' pay. The purpose of this step is to check values and make any necessary corrections before the payroll year-end is completed. To get started, choose Review Employee Pay. You'll see a list of all employees paid in this tax year and their gross and net pay to date. To view more detailed information and the option to view their payslip for each pay period, click View Details. Here, you'll see a breakdown of the gross pay, net pay, and deductions for each pay period. You can export this or return to the list of employees. To return to the previous menu, click Return to Employee List. Once you have checked each employee and you're happy that everyone has been paid correctly in 2024, click Return to Year End, then select the checkbox to confirm this step is complete. Step 2 of the payroll year end is the Employee Details Statement. This report can be given to your employees to reconcile against their official Employee Details Summary provided by Revenue. To proceed, click Print Employee Statement. The report can be viewed for individuals or for everyone at once. To view the report for an individual, click Employee Details Statement. The report shows the employee year-to-date values. To export or print, choose Export to PDF. To go back, click Return to Employee List. Alternatively, you can also export all employees on one report by clicking Export All. To go back, click Return to Year End. Once you have completed both steps 1 and 2 within your Year End tab, you have completed your year end and you're ready to process in 2025. We'll now look at what's new for 2025. All changes to cut-off rates, tax credits, USC and any PRSI exemptions will be automatically applied in the programme on retrieval of the RPN from Revenue. In 2025, minimum wage will increase to €13.50 per hour for ages 20 and above. Other bands have increased in accordance with previous years. If required, amend payment rates within the Edit Pay section of Payroll to reflect this. In 2025, if your employee is in receipt of state contributory pension, an advisory message will appear on the pay run if the employee is not on Category J1 for PRSI. This is an advisory statement only. PRSI categories will not be changed automatically for you, as there are exemptions to this. Please check with ROS if you are unsure. If your digital certificate is due to expire, you can renew this with ROS. For more information, help and guidance, please visit www.revenue.ie and search for Renew Digital Certificate. Visit our dedicated Payroll Year-End Hub for further help and guidance at sage.ie/PYE. Join our Payroll Year-End webinars running twice a week. To access the webinars, select Sage Business Cloud Payroll, then click here. Learn how to process your year-end and ask our experts any questions you may have. You have now learnt how to prepare for and process your payroll year-end in Sage Payroll.